Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Zepyhrrr and Stefan on Newkirk Precinct, and let's get right on into it. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Stefan, possibly Steven. I'm going to call him Stefan. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Zepyhrrr. This is a High Masters game sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. I will not tell you who sent it, because that way you don't know who won. Huh? That seemed fair? That seems extremely fair. Alright, so a red versus a blue game here. It's always red versus blue. I wish we could have some green in these ladder matches, some yellow. Some orange would just be a wonderful change of pace. We should set up a petition, right? Petition to tell Blizzard to allow us to use different colors in ladder matches. I don't see why this is hard. I really don't. Like, what you would do, right, is you'd set up your favorite color and then set alternates, like your second favorite, third favorite, and that way if you run across a player who's using the same color, it just flips a coin. The player who wins the coin toss gets to use that color, even though they both want it the most. And then the alternate comes in for for the second player there. I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't see what the reasoning is behind not allowing it. Got to do some research on that. Alright, so it's a PvT at the High Master level. Again, sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. If you're a Grandmaster player or Master level player who, or know someone who wants to see their replays cast, send them to me directly at falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of Master or Grandmaster, and I will go ahead and give them a shot for sure. I trust these high-level games are going to be good, and everybody will be entertained, which is exactly the point of this. We want to highlight all different levels of StarCraft 2 and not leave anybody out. Alright, what do we got here? Marine on the way from Zepyhrrr. Of course it's not a Reaper, it's a PvT. Got a Proxy Factory over here for Zepyhrrr, though. Proxy Factory on the right side of the map. Not super close, but close enough that maybe some Cyclones would have a shorter rust distance, if that's in fact what Zepyhrrr is doing. I mean, maybe Widowmine drop without the drop? Sneak them on in there a lot earlier than your opponent expects them to be. I don't know. We'll see what this is going to be. Meanwhile, our Protoss player going for that Cyber Core. Second Assimilator going to be on the way soon, as the Nexus, Expansion Nexus, is on the way too. Is he not going? There's your Pylon and Assimilator? No, he's not going to Assimilator. Yeah, this is interesting. Out of Stefan, usually... Man, that one Rax expand build I thought was pretty straight up, always the same thing, but Stefan, there's the Assimilator. It's a little bit late. I mean, not enough to make a huge difference, I guess. SCP coming in to see what's going on in the natural base of Stefan. It is a Widowmine. So it's Widowmine drop without the drop. Just basically trying to sneak Widowmines into these mineral lines when Stefan's not paying attention or before he gets detection available. And considering that's not a robotics facility, it could be a while before Stefan gets them available. This is crazy. This is an interesting strategy. Alright, so here we come. Zepyhrrr moving on down to the natural base. There's not any kind of a wall here whatsoever. Probe is scouting the main base of Zepyhrrr, but it's going to die fairly soon. Widowmine burrow. Oh, the Widowmine burrow. Oh, takes a big shot, big old chunk out of the mothership core there. And now, Stefan has to worry about mining here. Throwing down a fort, going to get some cannons up to deal with this Widowmine. The Widowmine should be able to get at least one shot, possibly two off. Another Widowmine coming in here from Zepyhrrr. And there is a starport with a medevac on the right side as well. This early aggression from Zepyhrrr is absolutely insane. Absolutely nuts. All right, so what are we going to get here? Zepyhrrr going to hit, and Steven says, I will lose a single probe for this thing. Notice him spreading his probes out, so they're two mineral patches away, right? So that if one probe dies, the splash damage won't kill his friends. Although this group down here is looking pretty tasty. Yeah, trying to split those out again. Splitting them out. Basically, that's how you have to... If you want to mine from this base, from these mineral patches, and there's a mineral... and there's a Widowmine in there, then you just kind of have to split out your friends and hope you don't get total splash damage. Oh, 3 kills there, though. 4 kills on that Widowmine. He's definitely paying for himself, trying to sneak around this left side of the main base with 2 Widowmines inside as a medevac. Any defense here? There's a cannon on the way, but it's not there yet. And here comes the medevac. Dropping 1 Widowmine, dropping 2 Widowmines, burrowing. And big time hit, and good job pulling 1 probe back there. All this aggression for Stefan, not looking good. Not looking good here. There's a cannon coming in, so the Widowmines are going to get picked up and moved away for another time. Alright, so no more Widowmines are in Stefan's bases, but he is actually Liberator coming in too. Zepyhrrr with the continued Continued harassment here. Not really able to kill his opponent with these strategies, but enough to slow him down. Slow him down big time. Trying to throw up a pylon in range to kill that Liberator, but again, the natural base is completely bereft of mining probes on these mineral patches. 32 to 27. Harvester. Zephyrrr's doing very well. Back home, macroing very well. Microing very well. Widowline's firing, taking out two more probes here. I'm just going to leave him. Just going to leave him here and force Stefan to have to deal with it. This is insane. Does he still not have... Alright, so here's the Dark Shrine. Where's the Dark Shrine for Stefan? Does he not... Oh, it's in range of the detection of the photon cannons. I did not realize that was the case. Alright, so Liberator's still locking down this entire natural base of Stefan. Mothership Core needs to come photon overcharge that pylon that is right there soon, because Stefan is dying. On the income side of things right now. There's the photon overcharge. A Liberator not getting out anytime soon. Warp Prism coming in off this robotics facility, and a DT's here. DT is here for Stefan. So one would have mine in the back lines of Stefan's main base. Not close enough to hit any of those probes, but if he got up and waddled over, he probably would be. DT, oh, the DT shut down. DT's shut down the natural base of Zephyr now. Alright, so missile turret's up, and DT comes in range. Okay, so the bunker can hit the DT if he comes in the mineral line with the additional spotting from the missile turret. So DT is forced to retreat, and look at that. Oh, Shadow Stride. This is the first time I've seen this used, I think, in any of my cast. Allows Dark Templar to teleport to a nearby target location. So blink DTs. Remember when these were announced and people were like, oh yeah, let's make DTs even better. Make them blink DTs. Well, I kind of, except for the fact that nobody actually uses them that way. This upgrade, I don't know, like nobody likes it. I have seen it used in a couple professional tournaments in a couple specific situations. I don't remember who exactly did it, but it worked pretty well against Terrans. So maybe Stefan here was inspired by that, and he's going to try to make it work. The blink is not done yet. Just so many DTs. So many DTs out of Stefan here. There is a bunker with a missile turret in this main mineral line. So that's a lot of stuff, yo. That is a lot to deal with. Throwing down his own pylon. Trying to get rid of this engineering bay. Nobody can they hit him? Oh, there's the scan. And get out of there. Warp Prism, run. Oh, distracting. Distracting are the pylons and the probes. The Warp Prism is able to escape. Poor probe ends up getting murdered there. So our proxy starport is here, and Stefan knows about it because he's walked past it by now. Go kill it. Go kill it with something. Is he just going mass DT? I don't know if this is a great strategy. I do not know. All right, so DTs are heading up to get rid of that starport. The starport obviously can just lift itself, and really no problem whatsoever. Going to finish building this Liberator, though. We'll have enough time. It will have enough time. Enough time, indeed. There it is. There's your Liberator popping out. Lift the starport. There we go. Starport alive. Starport is now alive. Liberator coming on down again, trying to find a place in which to murder all of the probes at this natural base. There is a cannon coming up. You're in range. No, move, Zephyr. Zephyr, move. You're in range of a cannon. Oh, he's worried. He's worried about his factory being on fire. And so he loses the Liberator. Distraction is so dangerous in StarCraft 2. Goodbye, factory. DTs doing an excellent job making sure there is no blue presence on their side of the map. Warp Prism up here is to the north of Zephyr's base. His natural base. Is he going to drop it in here? They do have the blink now. The DTs. And here it is. Teleports Dark Templar to a nearby location. 21 seconds. Permanently cloaked. Could be made into Archons. Do they have the +1 attack? They have the +1 attack, increasing their damage to 50 damage per swipe of that Psy Blade. There are a lot of Marines here, though. I just don't know they were intended to deal with Marines. Unless there's no detection, right? Does he have any Ravens? I'd bring a Raven if I was Zephyr, just because, I mean, oh, here he goes. DT's waltzing into the natural base, killing some SCVs, and backing back on out, and dropping again. Hey, no army actually showed up, so let's take down this refinery. Let's kill some more workers, staying out of the range of that bunker as best as we possibly can. Oh, a little bit too far in. Get out of there. Run. Run, SCV. Run Archons. Run DTs. Run Dark Templar, and trying to drop inside the main base, keeping the Marines at home. So, I mean, Zephyr was planning on moving out, which I think would have been bad for Stefan, but he's keeping Zephyr around with his consistent drops, these consistent attacks with Dark Templar. 2 DTs have been lost in exchange for 10 SCVs. and a supply depot at this point. Missile turret gets destroyed. Refinery, I almost want to get that. There's the blink. Oh, DT's blinking on top of that missile turret, and almost enough to get it for the clutch repair. Keeps it alive, and it burns down the warp prism. Good response there by Zephyr. Almost got it. I guess that's a great situational use for that blink ability. Blink on top of a missile turret, wipe it out instantly. Your detection is gone. Instead of having to wander up to it from a distance, it just makes a big difference there. DT's finding these Marines waltzing across the map. Reaction time by Zephyr. There's the scan, and there's the blink away. We need more of this. We need more of this action. This blink DT stuff is actually pretty fantastic. Marines saying, enough of your shenanigans. We're going to take down everything that you have here at this third base. The DTs have to stand in and fight. No, there's the scan. There's the scan. They have to wait for the scan to finish. They might lose this third straight up, though. Probes retreating for their lives. More DTs warping in. The third nexus has fallen, but DTs coming from the south and from the north. Are there any scans available right now? The answer is yes, there are, but picking up and retreating anyways, as there are 6 DTs on the ground. You don't want to mess with that. +2 attack on those dudes. 55 damage per swipe. 55 damage is enough to one-shot a Marine at this point, even if they do have the combat shield. So taking out the third base, a nice hit. A nice little punch to the throat there by Zephyr. Still has his third base up and running. However, it is 57 to 46 harvesters. Ooh, double expanding. Is Stefan replacing his third and taking a fourth up north beyond the third base of his own. DTs again waltzing through. Is there any detection available? There is the detection available, and there's the blink out. That is such a cool animation. We need more of this. We really need more of this. More DTs. Is he just going DT? Is that what this is? 14 Dark Templar and a Warp Prism and a Mothership Core. That's it. That is all that Stefan has. There are so many missile turrets here in the main base, though. I don't... Can you blink across that? Probably not. That's not far enough where you can blink. He's trying. Yeah, he tried. He tried to blink across there to the main, but it's beyond their range. It is too far beyond their range. That was probably intentional by Blizzard. If I had to guess, the person who made this map did that. Made sure the range was not quite far enough for Templar to blink across that chasm. That's a pretty big chasm. Pretty big chasm. Nice wolf down there, though. That's pretty cool, huh? Little wolf head where nobody will ever see it. Are there windows here? They don't look like windows. They don't much look like windows. All right, so a bunch of zealots here for Stefan. He is supplementing his Dark Templar army with zealots that do not have charge, which, I don't know, I just always felt like charge gave zealots about a 300 million% increase in usability. Again, being able to get directly to your target instead of having to waddle up to it for 3 or 4 seconds makes a big difference in how healthy you are when you actually start that battle. And charge, again, shortens that distance. Blink, very good at that as well. So 3 bases versus 4 bases. 4th base is up for Stefan. 66 to 51 total harvesters. 14 SCVs have been killed so far in this game. And Zephyr going for the traditional play of Marine Marauders and Medivacs. DT's wiping the floor with that group and then just bouncing away. Man, look at this. 40 Marines have died. 2 Marauders for 9 Dark Templar. That's probably a fair trade. Let's take a look here. More DTs. Oh, these are Zealots. Zealots in the natural base. Zealots wandering into the main base. Resources lost about 5,000 for the Terran and about 4,000 for the Protoss. So again, pretty darn effective thus far. DTs can't get through because supply depots are walling off this main base. Unfortunately. But, you know, just causing havoc. Just making sure the Terran player can't move out to wipe out bases like he just did a couple of minutes ago. More DTs coming on in. Stefan spending his money well. I mean, obviously, he just needs gas. He needs so much gas. He's got 4 workers on both of these assimilators in the 4th base, which is very fun indeed. All right, so there's a Raven now. Thank goodness. Zephyr finally got a Raven, recognizing, maybe mass DT Ravens would be really good. You know what? You're totally right. So a Zealot Archon, like or not Zealot Archon. It's almost like a Zealot Archon play, except the Archons are Dark Templar. Very gas heavy nonetheless. So this just changed the game right here. Having to use scans to take down Dark Templar that you don't kill because they blink out is much different from not having to use scans and just have a Raven that murders the DTs as they come right on top of you. So it makes a lot of sense. +2, +2, just about done for the bio for Zephyr. And working on a Templar Archives. So possibly going to turn these into Archons at some point. But the Blink Dark Templar are doing a lot better than I ever expected that they would. A little bit of some Zealot harassment here at the natural base. Just keeping Zephyr on his toes. That's exactly what this is. Oh, getting Storm. Getting TIE Templar and Storm. Okay, I can get on board. I can get on board this discussion. Templar, again, with Storm, very good against these bio-heavy groups, especially since the Marauder count is only 5. There are not that many of them. And DTs can do just fine, really, I think, against Marauders, as they don't do extra damage versus these dudes, as they are light biological and not armored. So another small attack by Stefan. He's never really had a big overwhelming force, but again, it's hard to get that up with DTs. They're just so expensive. They are so expensive. All right, so sneaking into this third base, possibly going to try to take out this fourth. Zealots in the middle line of the fourth base. How are Zealots doing this? All right, there's a Warp Prism. There is a Warp Prism in indeed. DT's trying to move in on this third while attacking the fourth, but again, missile turrets are pretty much everywhere at this point, and it's just very difficult for DTs to find a place that is unprotected without detection that they can just murder. This fourth base, although, looks pretty undefended. There are no units in this bunker at all, and a bunch of SCVs available. Zealots trying to wander in from the north, getting murdered. How many are there? 2. There are 2 Warp Prisms, right? 3. There's actually 3 Warp Prisms. All right. So that's, I mean, if you're looking for good maneuverability and ability to attack multiple places at once, 3 Warp Prisms is the way to go. All right, so what do we got? Whole bunch of Dark Templar. We have High Templar. We have Zealots mixed in here as well. And here comes the attack from Zephyr. He's got his +2/+2 Marines and his Marauders. He's scanning everywhere. Where is the army? And here we go. Back out, says Stefan. Does he have enough for Storm yet? He does. Pretty good Storm there. Enough to force Zephyr back anyway. He does not like Storm. He's lost the Storm before, that's for sure. DT's trying to sneak on in here. DT's just going for it, man. Storm's on top of everything on this right side. The left side's still alive, but pretty good splits as well. More DTs dying, trying to blink out of that scan circle. The scans are just consistent right now, though. Trying to take down these Warp Prisms as well. Zephyr getting stormed on top of all over the place. And retreating once again. He still has the scans. The DTs just can't go in there. They die too quickly. Couple cannons. More scanning available. Zephyr, at the very least, is doing the smart thing of having enough scans available to scan pretty much consistently all the time. Is he out? No, he's not out. He's not out, but the DTs do not care. Moving right on anyway. There was a feedback tossed onto one of those medevacs, and Stefan manages to hold his 5th base and his 6th base. Neither of them fall there. Zephyr working on a 5th base as well. It is 5789 harvesters. Stefan is macroing his face off right now. 17 minutes into the game, he has 89 harvesters. I really think Archons would be good here, but he really wants to make these GTs work. He really wants to make them work. +3 attack on those dudes, 60 damage per swipe. Enough to one-shot a Marine with +2 armor? I think it might be. I think it might be indeed. Infantry weapons level 3 being researched by Zephyr. Not working on +3 infantry armor. I wonder if he forgot or he's a little mineral star. Look at this. 200 minerals, 1,000 gas for Zephyr in the bank. 3,000 minerals, 500 gas for Stefan in the bank. So, I mean, these players having a hard time. Are you seriously still not getting charged for the Zealots? I mean, it's not super. Where is our Twilight Council? It's not all that expensive is the thing here. What is it? 200, 200? I mean, I guess if you're gas starved, 200 gas is a lot of gas, but it makes your Zealots so much better. So much better. Small group of Marines and Marauders coming in to take out this 6th base to the right or to the left of the natural base of Stefan. Time Warp attempting to be thrown down. He gets the Time Warp, but the Mothership Core dies. What's he going to do? What's Stefan going to do here is the question of the day. Can he get rid of this group? Picking up his Zephyr. He doesn't like the situation he finds himself in. So he's getting out of there, boosting inside the main base, going after Twilight Council, going after cannons. Here as well. Main base in a lot of trouble right now for Stefan. I don't know how he saves this is the problem. He really doesn't have any anti-air. He doesn't have anything that can chase these medevacs down. DT's coming back around. You almost... I mean, Dark Shrine is going to die as well. Zephyr recognizing that, immediately planting it before he needs to. Pretty good Storm on the bio there, weakening them, but not killing any of them. And boosting out his Zephyr, leaving a couple Marauders and a Marine here inside the main base to distract most of this army while they go somewhere else. Zephyr playing this extremely well. Classic Terran style. Mobility is everything. Maybe another Storm attack here at this 4th base of Zephyr. Nope, 5th base of Zephyr. Marines and Marauders continuing to march around the map, just murdering everything they can possibly find here, taking care of the warp gates. Bum, bum, bum. Lot of pylons here at the same time, mostly for cannons to try to save this 5th base. Make sure it does not fall as the 6th base did. There must be a Raven in this group. There's the blink and the surround on the bio, though. Oh, that was a good blink. Haven't seen one of those for a couple of minutes. That was amazing feedback. That was a good feedback. Single medevac, the only one that had units in it flying into the main base, but Templar were ready, and they feedbacked the crap out of it. More Marines, more Marauders just trying to gather up. Liberators mixed in here as well. I think Liberator might be the way to go. There's just, again, Stefan has nothing that can shoot up. He has Templar that can storm your Liberators, but I mean, that's approximately it. Another group of Marines dying here. These guys, no, there's the scan, but is it too late? No, it's enough. It's enough. 146 Marines have died so far for 30 DTs, 33 Zealots, and 11 High Templar. That's a lot of dead High Templar, actually. DTs ready, feedback on the medevacs here, and again, forced to pick up. They can scan, but if you're outnumbered that badly by DTs, it's just not going to work for you. Liberators holding this main ramp of Stefan. And yeah, the Liberators are going to be a problem. They're going to be a problem here. DT's checking out another base of Zephyrs here in the top left side of the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th base. Up in the very top side, DTs, do they see it? Yes, they see it, and they're going to knock it down as well. There's the cancel. Oh, there's the cancel. Oh, last second cancel there out of Zephyr. Amazing job there for sure. Wandering on up. Once again, DTs blinking on top and just murdering everything. Sure, you can see us. Congratulations. Feedbacks picking medevacs out of the sky. Archons! Hey, Stefan made some Archons, and the Liberators in the main base of his home are completely gone now. Dropping here at the 4th base up top for Stefan, killing more of these probes. DTs trying to sneak around and murder a planetary fortress. What is that? Is that the 5th? Oh, can't keep track. So many bases in these 20-minute long games. DT's cleaning up a drop here at the 5th base of Stefan. The 4th base is under direct assault, though. I think he's going to lose this unless he can. There's the one shot on the Marines. One shot. Yeah, I mean, those. Wow. They just die so quickly. And yes, DT's clearing out the planetary fortress. Missile turret combo. No big deal. No big deal there either. DT's waiting for the drop here at the 5th base, clearing them out as soon as they get unloaded here. Zephyr is struggling. He is struggling mightily. I almost feel like it'd be better just going Mass Raven with Liberator in this situation with, I guess, some Marines to clear out buildings, but this is weird. This is a weird, unorthodox style out of Stefan, that is for sure. A couple more Marines die. 188 Marines have died. Get them. Get them, DTs. There's the blink and the surround. Look at all that blood. Feedbacks on the Ravens. Feedbacks on the medevacs. They don't have energy with which to heal. Dark Templar sneaking in here again. Any scans available. It doesn't matter. You have a Raven. I keep forgetting that. There's a Raven in this particular group. Dark Templar getting rid of Zephyr's base, this 4th base on the right side bottom, or the left side bottom, to the right of his main. He's everywhere. He's everywhere right now. It's 180 to 135 total supply. The upgrades at this point are +3, +2 for the biological, for the Marines, +1 air, combat shield, and stim. We've got Storm, +2, +3, and DT blink out of Stefan. So Zephyr in a bit of a hard place. He's really only got one mining base right now, which seems like a problem. DT's protecting the High Templar. Dude, you can get it. You can get Zephyr's base here. Marines and Marauders showing up, trying to get rid of Stefan's 5th. He's been wanting to kill this for a while. Hasn't been able to do it yet. Liberators showing up to defend. Storms could be pretty good in this situation. Zealots and DT's wandering into the 3rd base of Zephyr, trying to kill that missile turret, trying to kill the bunkers. Missile turret does end up falling. Couple bunkers end up dead there as well. Again, no charge on these Zealots. Feels like a major, major oversight. They'd be so much better. So much better as meat shields, if nothing else. Look at them clear out this bio, though. Marines, Marauders, auto turrets trying to sneak on into this 5th base. Are they going? They're going for it. And as soon as they show up, there we go. Raven protecting here. I like this. So you lift up when the DTs show up. The Raven allows the Liberator to murder the DTs at this point. DTs trying to sneak on in. Can they get there? Oh, no, they can't do it. The Liberator Raven combination proving very good for Zephyr, as I believe I mentioned previously here. Another big warping of Zealots again without Jord. I just don't get it. This small handful of Marines and Marauders is absolutely going above and beyond here. Although some first Stalkers for Stefan at 25 minutes into this game, finally to deal with the Liberators, which are causing massive amounts of difficulty for him. However, the DTs are going to town on these production facilities for Zephyr, just sitting in the middle of nowhere between his 5th base and his natural base and his 3rd base. A lot of buildings are dying. DTs trying to chase these Marines around the planetary fortress. But again, there's detection there because there is a missile turret there. A couple missile turrets, actually. So Zephyr kind of... how's that income looking, Zephyr? Income's looking okay. He's got 1 mining base, and obviously he has mules as well. But still, Terran's up on Protoss just a little bit here. Which, how exactly? Oh, right, these mules. These mules up top. I should have known. If it doesn't make any sense, the answer is going to be mules. Small group of Zealots and Stalkers switching it up to mask Stargate. 3 Stargates on the way for Stefan. What is he planning on doing here? I just don't know. All right, DTs, can they sneak inside the main base? No, not really. No, they got the +2 armor. There's the scan. Get out of the scan radius. These Marines are chasing you down, and we'll stay and fight. Say the DTs will one-shot you all the live long day. Feedback on that medevac. Another scan pulling up. Again, a lot of DTs are dying. Good storm, weakening the SCVs and the Marines, but they get one shot anyway, and that's it. Zephyr taps out with 27 available supply, or 27 SCVs and 87 available supply. What did he have left? 27 Marines, 5 Liberators, and 2 Marauders. I don't know. I think maybe he had that. Stefan had 22 Zealots, 16 DTs, 2 Stalkers, and 2 High Templar. It wasn't a massive group by any means. But I think maybe he just got tired of it. Got tired of having to scan constantly. Tired of having to be careful wherever he went because DTs were everywhere. 79 DTs were killed and 16 were remaining in this game. Holy cow, that's a lot of DTs. 281 Marines died, 33 Marauders, 63 SCVs lost their lives. There was a fusion core, probably just for the advanced ballistics upgrade. And yeah, resources lost here, about 32,000, 33,000 lost for the Terran, and around 37 or so lost for the Protoss. A lot more gas lost for the Protoss. So a very big knock 'em down, just huge attack on both ends by these players. But somehow the mass DT play ended up working. That blink has a couple good applications. Blinking out of scan circles. And blinking in to things like missile turrets and things you don't want to have to walk up to and just kill immediately. So I'd like to see more of this. Do more of this, you guys. Send me your replays. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FlashFalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.